Are you taking amlodipine for high blood pressure or angina and wondering what you should avoid while taking this medication? If so, this video is for you. Stay tuned until the end of this video to find out the last thing that you must avoid if you are taking amlodipine. And make sure to like and subscribe before you leave. Hi guys, welcome back to our channel where we educate you about the medication you are taking. I am your host. We have done quite a few videos on amlodipine. If you want to know how amlodipine works, you may watch the detailed video on amlodipine, which explains all about it. Also, another video on side effects of amlodipine has been uploaded recently. In case you want to get more information about it, you may watch these videos as well. Now let's answer the question, what are the 5 things that you should avoid if you are taking amlodipine? First thing you should avoid if you are taking amlodipine is grapefruit juice and grapefruit products. Why is it so important not to consume grapefruit juice while you are taking amlodipine? Let me explain this in detail. This medication belongs to a group of drugs called calcium channel blockers. It acts by relaxing the blood vessels, and this helps to lower blood pressure and also helps the heart to pump blood efficiently. So when we take amlodipine, it helps the smooth muscles in the walls of arteries to relax, leading to improved blood flow and reduced resistance in the blood vessels. As a result, this lowers blood pressure and reduces the risk of heart attacks and strokes. But here comes the role of grapefruit. Grapefruit contains certain compounds that can inhibit an enzyme responsible for metabolizing amlodipine in your liver. What does it mean? It means that when you consume grapefruit juice while taking amlodipine, the enzyme responsible for breaking down and removing amlodipine from your body gets slowed down. As a result, there will be higher levels of amlodipine in your body than intended, leading to an increased risk of side effects. Some of the potential side effects of higher levels of amlodipine include low blood pressure, dizziness, swelling in your legs and ankles, and headache. In some cases, it may even lead to more serious complications such as an irregular heartbeat or even heart failure. So what should you do? You should avoid drinking grapefruit juice or consuming any products made with grapefruit while taking amlodipine. It is best to choose other types of juices that do not interact with amlodipine, such as apple juice, orange juice, or cranberry juice. You should also avoid taking amlodipine and grapefruit products at the same time. Make sure to always read the labels of any over-the-counter medications or supplements that you are taking, as they may contain grapefruit products. So remember, if you are taking amlodipine, it is important to steer clear of grapefruit juice and grapefruit products to avoid any potentially harmful interactions. By doing so, you can help ensure that your medication is working effectively and that you are avoiding any unnecessary side effects. The second thing you should avoid if you are taking amlodipine is high potassium foods. Amlodipine is a medication that helps to lower blood pressure and improve blood flow by relaxing the blood vessels. But did you know that eating too many high potassium foods while taking amlodipine can cause a dangerous increase in potassium levels in your body? That's right. Consuming excessive amounts of high potassium foods can interfere with the way amlodipine works and potentially lead to serious health problems. So what are some examples of high potassium foods that you should avoid? One of the most common culprits is bananas. We all love a good banana, but it's important to be mindful of how many you're eating, especially if you're taking amlodipine. The same goes for avocados, tomatoes, and potatoes. These delicious foods are packed with potassium, and it's important to consume them in moderation, especially if you're taking this medication. So how much potassium is safe for someone taking amlodipine? The recommended daily intake of potassium for adults is typically around 4,700 milligrams. However, this can vary based on individual factors such as age, overall health, and kidney function. It's important to note that if you have kidney problems, your doctor may recommend that you limit your potassium intake to a lower amount. So to play it safe, it is best to speak with your doctor or pharmacist to determine the appropriate amount of potassium for you while taking amlodipine. They can assess your individual situation and provide personalized guidance on which foods to avoid or limit. Remember, it's not about completely cutting these foods out of your diet, but rather being mindful of your portions and ensuring that you maintain a healthy balance. By following these tips, you can help ensure that you are getting the most out of your medication while still enjoying a balanced and nutritious diet. The third thing to avoid if you are taking amlodipine is alcohol. You see, when you mix alcohol and amlodipine, it can cause some unwanted side effects, such as low blood pressure, dizziness, and drowsiness. And let's face it, none of us wants to feel dizzy or drowsy when we're trying to have a good time. Not to mention that mixing alcohol and amlodipine can also reduce the effectiveness of the medication, making it harder for you to manage your blood pressure or angina. So why is it that alcohol can have these effects on amlodipine? Well, it all has to do with how these two substances interact in your body. Alcohol and amlodipine are both processed by the same enzymes in your liver. When you consume alcohol, it slows down the production of these enzymes, which can cause a buildup of alcohol in your body. This, in turn, can lead to the unwanted side effects that we mentioned earlier. Additionally, alcohol can also affect the way your body absorbs amlodipine, which can further reduce the effectiveness of the medication. So what should you do? To avoid these potentially harmful effects, it's important to be mindful of your consumption while taking this medication. Remember, it's okay to enjoy a drink or two on occasion, but it is crucial to do so in moderation and be aware of how it may interact with your medication. By following these tips, you can help ensure that you are taking full advantage of the benefits of your medication while still enjoying a drink or two responsibly. If you find this video helpful, please hit the like button. It will help our channel grow. Now let's move on to the next point. The fourth thing you should avoid if you are taking amlodipine is driving or operating heavy machinery. Why is it important to avoid driving or operating heavy machinery while taking amlodipine? Well, this medication can cause dizziness and hypotension, which can impact your ability to focus and react quickly, which are essential when driving or operating heavy machinery. That's right. When you take amlodipine, it can cause your blood pressure to drop suddenly, which can make you feel lightheaded or even faint. And let's face it, you don't want to be feeling that way when you are behind the wheel or in control of heavy equipment. Not to mention that amlodipine can also cause some people to experience blurred vision, which can make it difficult to focus on the road ahead. So what should you do? Well, if you are taking amlodipine, it is important to avoid driving or operating heavy machinery until you know how it affects you. Everyone reacts differently to medications, and it is crucial to prioritize safety when it comes to driving. It is always a good idea to err on the side of caution and avoid driving if you are taking a medication that may cause side effects such as dizziness or hypotension. If you must drive, make sure to do so in a safe manner and be extra cautious when changing positions or getting up from a seated position. By following these tips, you can help ensure that you are taking the necessary precautions to stay safe and prevent accidents while taking amlodipine. And finally, the fifth thing you should avoid if you are taking amlodipine is not taking care of your health. That's right. Making lifestyle changes such as eating a healthy diet, getting regular exercise, and quitting smoking can help you keep your blood pressure under control and reduce your risk of heart disease and stroke. Amlodipine is a medication that can help manage high blood pressure and angina, but it is not a substitute for taking care of your health. In fact, research has shown that making lifestyle changes such as eating a healthy diet, getting regular exercise, and quitting smoking can help lower blood pressure and improve overall health, even in people who are not taking medication. So what kind of diet should you eat? Focus on eating plenty of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean protein sources. And limit your intake of saturated and trans fats, cholesterol, and sodium. Regular exercise is also important when taking amlodipine. Aim for at least 30 minutes of moderate intensity exercise most days of the week. This can include brisk walking, cycling, or swimming. Quitting smoking is also crucial if you want to get the most out of your medication. Smoking can worsen blood pressure and increase your risk of heart disease and stroke. So talk to your doctor about resources that can help you quit. By taking these steps, you will not only be helping to manage your current condition, but also improving your overall health and reducing your risk of future health problems. So remember, taking care of your health is not just about avoiding the things you shouldn't be doing. It is also about making positive changes that can improve your quality of life and help you live a longer, healthier life. Thank you for watching today's video. Please like and share this video with your friends and family if you think it was helpful. Make sure to subscribe for more informative videos like this one. Have a great day.